have Kendra, London. Kendra, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, my main issue, you want to know that?
No, just tell us a bit about yourself first.
About me? I grew up in New York. I went to school in Rhode Island. I went to cooking school. And then I got my bachelor's degree in marketing, so I have a food marketing degree.
Great.
And then I've done a bunch of cooking, a bunch of traveling, and now I've ended up in marketing where I want to be.
Great.
And I do comedy. I'm a stand-up comedian. I'm
really?
amateur. So.
Which club has you performed?
I've done Dick Doherty's Comedy Vault a bunch of times.
Great.
And I just was in a contest not
Really?
too long ago at Nick's Comedy Stop. And I was one of the top 3 comedians.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations. How did you get into comedy?
I've been goofy my whole life. So, my father and mother were both goofy.
Right.
And then just kind of to exist, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I was funny, and then I just, worked on it and grew it. And
Right.
I got to where I am now.
Cool.
And I want to keep growing with it.
It's great. We need more comics.
Definitely. Absolutely.
How did you get interested in food and food marketing?
When I was in high school, somebody came into one of my classes, and they were showing a demo to go to the Culinary Institute of America. And I couldn't afford to go there, and I didn't have enough experience. So I went to Johnston, Wales, Rhode Island.
Yeah, I know somebody who goes by and tell everybody he was once a part of the CIA.
In New York. Yeah, when I tell people I didn't go to the CIA, they're like, wait, what?
You work for somebody against the CIA.
Yes.
But you have a record with the CIA, you send your stuff.
Yes. Correct.
Yes. What kind of food marketing do you do?
Well, I just left. I was working for BJ's Hotel Club, and I was doing direct mail marketing.
Great.
A little food. I was also doing electronics and everything else that they sell there.
Okay.
Bulk, all their
Okay.
bulk stuff.
Cool. Which part of Rhode Island?
Providence.
Did you like it there?
I loved it. Best 4 years of my life, definitely.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're in Natick right now?
Yes.
What made you move to Natick?
I've lived in 5 different states.
Okay.
I've kind of traveled a lot. But I found an apartment a long time ago in Natick that someone wanted to move in. So I just moved there. It was in between everything.
Right.
And then I had the job at BJ, so I stayed
Right.
for the last 3.5 years.
Oh, wow. Great. So what would you like to work on today with Hypnosis?
Learning how to control my eating habits.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have a weight problem, and I want to get control of it.
Tell us, what do you mean by gaining control over your habits?
When I'm stressed out or sad or something, I eat that. And then I'm always so busy that I just can't eat healthy. I know what's good for me. I know what to eat, but I don't. I stress, I eat a chocolate bar. Last night I had gummy bears for dinner. It's bad. But I go to the gym. It's so weird. I go to the gym a lot, 5 times a week.
Wow.
But then I ruin it with marshmallows or whatever.
What do you perceive as your biggest weakness in terms of food?
My biggest weakness, meaning a specific food?
Right.
Chocolate.
Okay.
Definitely chocolate. But I think most of us, we have a chocolate thing,
Right. Tell me more about your stress. You told me that you eat when you're under stress. What time of the day do you feel the stress the most?
The whole day. You know what? It's funny. Around 3 o'clock, when my blood sugar is low, that's when I really go for snacks. And then when I get home and I'm alone, that's when and in the morning. A lot, I mean, but 3 o'clock is the main time where I want a snack. And I graze.
Say again?
I graze.
Okay.
Because at BJ's there's always food everywhere.
Right.
So I'm always grabbing here and there, and it's a very stressful environment. Yeah.
When do you think the problem started?
I would say 3rd grade.
Okay.
My parents started to fight, planning their divorce. Definitely started there. And possibly a little earlier than that because my mom substituted love for food.
Right.
Or food for love. Hiccups.
When did you first see this as a problem?
Probably 5th grade when I started to gain a lot of weight. And that's when my parents got divorced. And I started to put on a lot of weight.
Did you see it as a problem then?
It's a problem? A little, because the other kids were making fun of me, so I knew there was an issue. And I remember that I hid food in my closet.
Okay. I do that too.
Oh, good. Not in the kitchen cabinets.
Yeah, you look through my closet and you see like hot dogs, pizza. But when is it? At which point in your life you say to yourself, "I need to work on this"?
At what point back then?
No, in like your life, like it doesn't have to be when you're a child.
Oh, at different points?
Yeah.
Usually after a breakup, or when I'm rejected from a job or a date. Is that what you mean?
Well, is there like one point when you say to yourself, I really need to work on my eating habits"?
It's usually after some kind of big event.
Okay.
Something that really upsets me.
Okay.
Or when I'll go and see friends in New York and they all look really good.
Okay.
And I come home, every time I come home from New York, I say, all right, this time.
But pick one event and share with us.
Just one?
Let's start with one.
I'm trying to think of one. I think it was a while ago, I had to take a trip for work, and I couldn't get the seatbelt on the plane to buckle.
Okay.
That's the one big one. And then also I found out that I'm very close to being diabetic.
Oh, okay.
So, of course, they told me that, and I'm like, okay, I gotta go have a candy bar now.
Tell me more about when you say you feel rejected. How do you attribute that to your eating habits?
Well, it's the weight, I
Right.
guess. That I can't control it. So I'm like, I'm going to lose weight so that I can meet somebody that likes me, because most guys want a thin woman. And then...
I think you're very pretty.
Well, thank you very much. Are you drunk? I guess I'll meet guys and they might think that I'm pretty, but they think I'm overweight, and they're like, eh. So then I'm like, oh, I have to lose weight to fit into society. To find a job, I see weight discrimination all the time. I completely believe in it. So now I'm looking for another job, and I feel like they're looking at me saying, she's big. And I feel like people judge people that way sometimes, like they're not smart enough if they're overweight or not disciplined.
How do you feel when you feel that you're being discriminated based on your looks?
I feel worthless. I feel like, all right, tomorrow I'll do it. Or why didn't I listen to myself all those times I said I was going to do it? Or if I had just started from the first time I went on a diet, if I had stuck to it, then I wouldn't be here now. Or I feel like, screw these people. I want to have a hamburger.
do you feel that it is your self-image that got you rejected, or
Interesting question.
do you feel that it is the weight itself? Because I think you look great.
I think it's a little of both, because I know there's days when I go into an interview or meet somebody and I feel good, and I come off well.
Because a lot of times when you talk about those incidents, like it's a lot about confidence when you approach a job interview, and for dates too. I think it's a little bit about confidence too. Right?
Sometimes when I do have it, I still get rejected, and then I'm like, I went in there feeling so good. I had just had a job interview, and I interviewed with 7 people. 2 times I had me come in for a second interview, and I didn't get it, and they said that I was perfect for the job.
Right.
I started to feel like, okay, could be anything. But then they posted the job again, so oh no.
Well, it is important not to attribute things that may not be the reality, right? I'm just a little bit worried that you may be, that people, that you are in situation that it's not because of your weight that causes this problem, but you attribute that to those situations anyways.
I think I definitely do a little of that.
Right. So I don't want you to use like weight as an excuse to comfort yourself, because that would be a pretty bad habit to fall into, right? Like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It would be dangerous for you to walk out of a date and then assume that people already rejected you because of your weight. It would be dangerous for you to go into a job interview and attribute to the failure because of your weight. And I don't want it to become like a comfort thing for you, right? I'm seeing a little bit pattern that you feel so comfortable in using weight as like a punching bag. So when you get rejected, you eat more food, and then just so that you can like have something to, I won't blame the problem on, but like at least have like a punching bag at the end of the day. Like we're going to work on your weight like throughout the session, right? We're going to work on your eating habits. I would like you to approach this journey, because we are all improving ourselves. I have people coming in who weigh 100 pounds and they want to lose 3 pounds. But I want you to walk into this journey in a positive light, right? Like as if you're working on something to better yourself, right? I wouldn't want you to start this journey motivated by fear. I don't want you to start to eat better for fear that people is going to reject you because you're fat. I don't want you to change your habits for the fear that people is not going to believe in you because you're fat, right? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. It's funny that you say that, because after those things happen, I'm like, all right, stop thinking it's the weight, stop. I try to convince myself that it's not. Because it probably really isn't most of the time. So I really do try to convince myself that it's not.
It's hard. It is, and sometimes it is like an unconscious thing. So I wouldn't want to like blame you or anything, but like just beware of that dangerous path. I've worked with a lot of people before, and I worked with a lot of people before, doing this and other kind of projects. And if people is motivated by something positive, they will always be successful. If the motivation is fear, they will always fail.
I think that's what Tony Robbins said.
Oh, is that? Hello, Tony. Yeah. So think about it in a completely positive light, right? What could you accomplish when you can control your eating habits?
I definitely feel better.
Okay.
Yesterday I had a salad. I felt fantastic afterwards. What was it? Say it one more time. What can I?
What could you accomplish when, let's pretend that, you know, you have control over your eating habits and the world is great. What would you give thanks to? What kind of gratitudes would you have?
My clothes would fit differently.
Okay.
I wouldn't have to spend hours in the morning trying on 8 different things.
Okay.
Shopping would be a lot easier. Getting dressed is just so hard in the morning because nothing fits right, you know. Just having things kind of fit, so I'm not feeling disgusting. And I think that eating better helps every part of the body, and I've seen it from when I've been on diets. My skin gets better, my hair gets better, my nails get better, I sleep better.
True.
So I'm looking for all those benefits, and then all the side effects from working my way into being diabetic will go away, and my mother will stop picking on me.
Is it, okay, I'm just trying to figure this out. Would you feel comfortable if you eat, like, no sweet things?
In general, I feel comfortable.
Yeah. Let's say in a perfect world, you can, you know, just not eat chocolate.
I mean, yeah. But right now,
You can live without it, right?
I can live without it.
You can live without marshmallows, right?
Yes.
You can. So right now, the most dangerous food to you are like sweet things.
Sweet things and an abundance of things.
Okay.
But sweet things are definitely.
What other food that you want to not eat?
It's a lot of sugary drinks. Iced tea is my addiction matter. I like sweet iced tea.
Okay.
I'm trying to think what else. Because I'm not really into French fries or.
Okay, yeah, that's the line I'm thinking of. Either really sweet stuff or really like fried stuff.
I don't really eat a lot of fried stuff, only once in a while. I don't eat as bad as most people that I know that overeat.
Right. It doesn't sound as bad to me as well.
I have.
You're eating a lot better than I do. I once ate an entire turkey all by myself.
Come on.
Here's to all those of you watching at home who aspire to eat an entire turkey.
You must have had a great nap. It gets bad, you know, like when I'm really sad, I will eat a lot of whatever I can get my hands on. I'll eat a whole thing of Ben & Jerry's. 2 cheeseburgers in a sitting, and like a candy bar. I mean, it's not so bad. Like I've seen people really bad. It's not that bad, but it is to me because I'm not losing weight. And then there's, excuse me, weeks when it's like every night I go to Burger King, and I don't really like Burger King, but it's easy and it's quick, and I'm gonna cry into my French fries and my shake.
You mentioned that you feel sad from time to time, and this is where you really dig into the food. Give me some of the instances where you're sad.
It's usually about the weight, as weird as that is.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah.
And do you notice like a pattern? Like it is like a cycle, right? You in a way. Okay, I'm going to introduce this term. It's like body image, right? Like, you know what it is. You don't feel comfortable with your body image, and that causes the stress. And to hide from that uncomfortable feeling, you go and eat. And because you eat, you feel bad about you eating.
Mm-hmm.
and you feel like guilty about the eating, so you feel sad, and then so it just go in this circle.
But then I go to the gym and I feel good.
Right.
I get home and then I want a snack.
Okay.
It's, it's weird. It's happiness and sadness and depression. They all make me eat. The taste of food is good.
Okay.
And I think what a lot of people do is when they're bored too.
Right.
I eat when I'm bored.
Okay. What do you usually do when you're bored, aside from eating?
I don't get bored too often.
Okay.
I find so many things to keep myself busy. And I write comedy.
Okay.
I try to get out of the house a lot, so I'm not inside.
That's good.
But then when I'm not home, I can't cook, so I get things to go, and I think that's.
Oh, all right.
I'm always going to the store and I'm gonna grab this. Like this morning, I'm gonna tell you what I had for breakfast. You ready for this?
Go nuts.
I had a honey bun
Uh-huh.
and 3 coffee swirls
Right.
and a pumpkin coffee with extra sugar, which I usually get equal. Equal. I just wanted to put this one has sugar in it.
In the ideal world, what would you have grabbed?
In the ideal world, I would have made myself scrambled eggs and had a coffee with skim milk.
But that's not feasible because you're on the road. Right?
Oh, on the road. A fruit cup or yogurt.
Would you eat that?
When I'm dieting, I'm doing well, yeah.
What do you mean by when you're dieting?
When I decide that I want to lose weight,
Do you ever come out of this diet?
come out.
When you say when I'm dieting,
When I'm really like
it
focused.
sounded like it is like a 2-week project.
The last one lasted about 6 months.
Okay.
The last diet I was on.
How do you feel?
How did I feel?
How did I feel?
Good.
Did you see change in your body?
Everything. I lost about 40 pounds.
Okay.
I was happy. And it worked. I was in a group of friends got together to lose weight. And I think that's what helped me. Was the support.
Totally. I agree with you. It's difficult when you're all alone, right? And sometimes, human being is a group animal. You just need to bounce it off somebody. And it takes patience too.
Yeah.
If you go on a diet for 2 weeks, you're not going to see. Chances is that you're not going to see like immediate results. It's not like a commercial, right?
Yeah.
It takes even the results from the infomercials are over like a year and a half. If you look at the lines, it says people have lost 100 pounds over 54 weeks. That's like a year and 2 weeks. So, what made you stop that diet regime?
2 things. Work got really hard, and then I was couldn't eat. And work got really hard, and I wanted to eat. And the group broke up. Someone got pregnant. Somebody else decided to get surgery. Somebody got fired. So we just fell apart. I didn't have that group anymore. I was winning. I had lost the most weight. So it definitely, I'm driven enough to want to do it if I have the support.
Okay, when the group fell apart, right? At which point did you start to not follow the regime?
About a month afterwards.
Is there something that triggers you to go back to the way you were?
At first it starts like freedom. I don't have to follow it anymore. Because when I was a kid, I loved Weight Watchers, and the first feeling is freedom. And then the second is, okay, one's not going to hurt me. I should celebrate because I lost this weight. Have one Milky Way. And it's like, you can't, if you quit drinking, you can't pick up one drink, It's like that kind of sends me back in. I'm addicted again to that sugar.
Is that how you feel?
Yeah, once I get the taste again, after I give up sugar and then I get the taste again, it's hard to get rid of it. It's like cigarettes.
Could you describe the taste?
The taste of sugar.
Yeah. How do you feel when you taste sugar?
It's funny, I tried to describe, think about this once before. And it's really nothing. It's not really, there's not a difference. It just tastes good. Because once I was eating a whole lot and I was like, what am I feeling when I'm eating this? Just the chewing? I don't know what I like about it. I can't figure it out.
If it make you chew lettuce, will you feel the same way?
No, because it's the flavor, I guess. I like the flavor. Lettuce. Is it dipped in anything? Is it dipped in chocolate?
No, it's not a lettuce fondue.
If it's not dipped in, I guess it's the flavor maybe. The way chocolate is easier to bite than certain things. I'm not big into potato chips and crunchy things.
So what kind of thinking was going through your mind when you eat chocolate?
How long is this going to last? This chocolate, this piece of chocolate.
Did you actually say that to yourself, or is that something that you think about after you eat?
I think during, when I get it, should I get more?
And when you think that to yourself, how do you feel?
It happened last night. I bought a chocolate bar, and when it was gone, I was like, I should go get another one.
Tell me, what do you mean by feeling bad? Like, what kind of bodily sensation?
I feel guilty. I feel like I want to reverse time. Because I had a salad yesterday for lunch, so I was doing really well, and then I was like, oh, I get the chocolate bar. And I just felt like I wasted the day, like I can't go back, I can't start over. I was all good in the morning, and then I ruined it. I beat myself up. And I had gummy bears for dessert, so that really didn't help.
Now, let's say we're in a perfect world where you're in complete control over your eating habits. What kind of thinking would be in your mind?
That I would control my eating enough to stay a perfect weight. Or I don't even want to be a perfect weight. Like I don't want to be like 100 pounds.
What would be ideal for you?
Maybe 170.
Okay. How would you feel when you're 170?
That I can move a lot easier. That I can sleep without pain. That going up a flight of stairs doesn't kill me. That people aren't staring at me. That I can sit in a plane, buckle my seatbelt. And that I can skydive, because that's what I want to do.
Really?
And there's a weight limit, yeah.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
No.
I want to do a lot of things that weight gets in the way.
Okay.
There's one more thing I want to tell you that we might have skipped over. When I go out to eat, I am like, can't wait for the food to get to the table. And then when it runs out, I want to get more. And if someone leaves something on their plate, I want to get it. So it's kind of like, I just can't get enough. You know, I'm like a fiend.
When do you think that started?
Probably when I was a kid, going out with my parents to eat. It's like always something to look forward to.
Is it a continuous thing, or did you just attribute it?
Craving the food?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have been doing that consistently since you were a kid?
Actually, when I was dieting, and we go out to eat. I'd have my friends cover what the leftovers were, or we'd pour something on it so I wouldn't go to grab it. I've tried all different methods. And I guess I don't like food wasted at the same time. I think that's the other reason. I overeat because I'm like, it's going to go in the trash, I'll take it.
Seems like you've been really thinking about this a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
consumes me. No pun intended.
It sounds like the thoughts that you gave me are highly digested. Like it's already formed thoughts. It's not like, you know, your ideas. It's you have already thought about it so much that it's already ingrained in the back of your mind. And we can undo that through hypnosis. Would you like that?
Absolutely.
There's no such thing as food addiction. In fact, addiction is just it's just a word, right? When people think that they are addicted, the addiction becomes more severe because it just makes them feel powerless, right? Like research say that when people smoke, you know, they're addicted, right? No, that's not. Like they can stop it. Like there's like you are not like born with a gene to pick up a smoke and put it in your mouth, right? Like it's something that any habit that could happen you can control. And there may be a time where you really want to revert to an old habit, but you know your mind is stronger than that, right? So we're going to help you gain more control over this. But I want you to at least agree with me that you're not addicted to anything.
Okay. I'm not addicted to anything.
And I also don't agree with the way that AA do the thing. Well, I respect AA as a very good organization, and I believe they're helping a lot of people. But I do not agree with them that people have so little control over themselves that they pick up a drink and that they will slide downhill from there on. And in fact, if people truly buy into that mindset, it's going to make them feel even more helpless, right? I think it should be fine where you pick up a chocolate bar and, you know, eat it or eat half of it and throw it away, right?
It's hard to throw the other half away.
Hypnosis will take care of it.
Oh, good old hypnosis.
But hypnosis cannot make you do something truly against your will, right? So at least we would need to agree that this is not addiction and that you can have control over this. And that, you know, it is possible to throw food away. Like, we have to at least agree on that possibility, right? You agree with me?
Yeah, I agree.
Like there's no, like, you're not genetically programmed to eat chocolate bars in its entirety, right? Like, you know, that can change. Like, you know, change can happen. Like, I know this is totally wrong, but change can happen in a second if it is your mind, right? You know, you just need to follow through. All right. Is there anything else that I need to know about you?
That I am good half of the day sometimes. Sometimes it's the morning, sometimes it's night. So I do well sometimes. You know, in a bad week, I still have good times of eating.
Now, when you say you crave more food, was it because you are hungry? Okay.
Well, I just opened up again. No. It's kind of embarrassing, but no, it's never.
Okay. What do you feel is the ideal amount of food and the ideal meal plan?
Under 2,000 calories a day. Is that, or do you mean?
Be more specific.
In the morning, I guess oatmeal and fruit and a coffee. I'm trying to learn to drink decaf. And then for lunch, a salad, and I try not to eat a lot of bread. Maybe a protein, like chicken or fish. And then for dinner, I eat a lot of chicken. But like the other night, I had shrimp. I'll have shrimp and a salad and maybe a tiny bit of pasta. I try not to eat a lot of carbs. And I drink a lot of water, which is the good thing. So that's an ideal day. And then fruit at night for dessert, or I'll have a Weight Watchers snack.
Do you have a nutritionist that you work with?
I used to, and I stopped seeing her because she was telling me what to eat. And I know what's good, I know what's bad. I know the problem is in my head and how I feel. You give me a weird look.
May not be good enough. It's not just a promise in your head. You really need to write things down and look at it, because a promise in your head is kind of weak, right?
Well, I feel like I want to get to the root of what it is or something.
What do you tell me more?
I've learned through therapy that sometimes understanding the reason behind why you do things helps you stop doing it. So I want to really understand why I do it. And I feel like, I know, eat carrots, eat a salad, have lots of water, go to the gym. I know that. But for me, I feel like it's deeper than just what's good for me. There's something deeper in there.
Okay. Tell me more. What do you conceive is the deeper root of your habits?
I've been told before that it could be that I don't want to lose the weight. Somewhere in there I don't want to lose it because it's a protective shell. And so what am I protecting myself from?
Is that your thoughts? Or was that thoughts that other people feed into you?
The reason that I'm like this.
What you just said.
Oh, someone's thoughts.
Yeah.
Somebody else's, but then I thought maybe they could be right. Because why would I not? I want to lose weight. Why would I not want to do what I have to do? I guess that's what I want to understand. If I know that I want to be thin, why don't I just do it? Why isn't it that easy?
Was it the psychotherapist that told you that?
Yeah.
And was that before or after you had the 6 months of good diets?
Before.
And do you think that helped you through the 6 months?
I don't think it had anything to do with it, no. It didn't affect me. Funny thing is when I'm dieting and I'm losing weight and I'm working out, I'm not really looking for a boyfriend. I'm too happy with what's going on. So like when I want to lose weight, I feel like I'm going to find a man that way, blah, blah, blah. But even when I'm dieting and losing weight, I'm like, I don't need that.
Do you feel better like that?
Yeah.
Tell me more about what you mean by the root of your eating habits.
The root of my eating habits?
Or what you conceive is the underlying reason. Or what you were told.
Just that I'm protecting myself from being hurt. Or something, like people see the real me, but I'm pretty open about that. So I don't understand that. Or protecting myself from getting close to people.
Do you have a problem with getting close to people?
No, I have a lot of friends. Well, I have a lot of friends, a lot of friends. A lot of people like me. I like me time a lot, and maybe that. I'm not really sure. I don't know how to answer that. I guess because I can't get close enough, so I don't know. Maybe I'm not sure. I'm not really sure how to answer that because
I really don't see, like I don't know you for I don't know, like 20 minutes, but I don't really agree with that kind of assessment. Are you okay? Let me ask you this question. When you come in here today, and at the end of the day, are you looking to gain meaning or know why you have an eating habit, like a psychoanalytical meaning of why you eat so much, or do you just want to control your habits?
A little, I'll tell you what I'm looking for is another tool to help me to control it.
Right.
Because I am working with a therapist to find out what's behind it. And I've been told to try this and to try acupuncture. And I'm trying everything.
Okay.
I'd like to see all possibilities.
I may need to ask you to come back for a few more follow-up sessions. Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Why don't we leave? Yeah, you're still seeing the therapist right now?
Yes.
Why don't we leave that to your therapist? The meaning part. It sounds to me like there's a lot going on that I don't know. A lot of rationalizing of why you eat so much going on that I do not know. And I truly think that the underlying problem is A, stress, B, like a self-image kind of thing, and most importantly, you just like sweet things. Yeah. I won't tell the other therapist how to do his or her job, right? So is that why you told me that when you were a kid, your parents are not having such a pleasant time, and you attribute that to your eating problem? Is that your attribution, or was that attribution from your therapist?
Therapist.
Yeah, because when you told me that, it doesn't sound like it's your fault.
Well, I've been told from a couple of different doctors. One is just filling a void. Food just fills the void that was missing as a kid.
But that's not your fault.
What do you mean when you're saying that my fault?
No, not your fault.
Oh, my thought. Sorry.
Like you weren't thinking about that until people told you to think that.
Good point. Yeah. Because I've been trying to figure it out, so I've been looking at all different possibilities.
Okay, your therapist is going to come in here and kick my butt. But,
No, she's old. She won't hurt you.
Yeah. But why don't we do this over again with just you, right? Like, just you telling me what you need without, all these other people talking through you and then telling me what you need, right?
Okay.
Without any other intervening thoughts. What do you think is the underlying problem?
The food tastes good.
Yeah. And you're a happy person, right?
Yeah. I'm a goofball.
Yeah. And you're only seeing your therapist because of the weight issue. There's no other issue that I should be concerned.
Depression, but I think the weight mixes in with that. I'm a happy person, but I do suffer from.
Everybody got a bad day from time to time, right?
Sometimes
I get my bad days, people next door get their bad days. Let me know when I need to turn off the camera, but are you seeing a doctor right now for any health issues?
No.
Are you taking any psychoactive drugs?
Psychoactive, I'm taking some depression medication a little bit, yes.
Do you want me to have the camera? What medication?
Celexa. Which makes me gain weight.
Yeah, that's the next thing I'm about to say, but thank you for saying that. Yeah, because like at the back of my mind, I'm thinking there's a lot more to this than what she's telling me.
Am I made way too complex for?
No. But I want it to be like just you, right? Like, I feel like I'm talking to like 15 other person who's behind your back whispering in your ears, and I feel that is not you. You know, would you be comfortable talking just a little bit about how you feel sad?
Yeah.
When do you feel sad?
When I feel sad. What I feel?
Yeah.
Just worthless.
How often do you feel that way?
Once a month, maybe. Well, around my period, it's really bad, I think.
Oh.
Or if something happens. It's when something happens.
When you feel sad, what do you do? Like how bad does it get?
It depends what's going on. When something, like a breakup, I just don't want to leave the bed.
Yeah.
And
That's
then-
just human nature though, right?
Yeah. And then I order food because I don't want to leave the house. And just kind of order a lot. It's kind of like a punishment, I guess. It's a punishment and it's a reward and it's comfort. I mean, my family lives far away, so I think that maybe that's the other thing is it's comforting. Nobody's around. I'm on my own.
What else do you find comforting aside from
My cats.
Oh yeah.
I used to.
What do you do with them?
What do I do with them?
You don't walk your cats.
No. I wrestle them. I throw them around. No, they're fun. They like to play. Yeah. But I go to the gym as much as I can, and that really helps a lot. When I'm feeling that way, I have to force myself to go.
Would you equate with sadness and depression with needing more self-worth?
Say that again?
Would you equate sadness and what you consider depression? Would you equate that with self-worth and self-esteem?
Yeah.
Like, if you have more self-esteem and if you have better body image, do you think the chances of you feeling sad would be lower, or when you're feeling sad, you wouldn't feel as bad?
Absolutely.
And when you have like more self-esteem and confidence, right, would you like go to the gym more often? And if you can, like, you would need not to find comfort in food.
Huh?
Like
I think the answer was yes, but
like when you have more self-worth and better self-image and better body image, you will not need food as much.
correct.
To comfort yourself. And aside from food, what makes you feel good about yourself and your image?
When I do a comedy show,
What is the part about the comedy show that makes you feel good?
my talent, it's a quick reward for talent. I think that's one of the other things. I need a quick fix with anything. I'm not patient enough. So with the comedy, it's like you're up there 5 minutes. The first 2 seconds, you get a laugh, you know you're good. You get another laugh, you know you're good again.
Right.
With food, it's like quick fix. So anything that I get instant gratification.
Okay. Okay, I see we have like two choices here, two very simple choices. Do you feel good to just, eat a lot less or chill on very healthy food like rice cake or lettuce, spinach?
No spinach, no.
Fish?
Yeah. Wait, my choices are less?
Or like not eat, like just eat like healthy breakfast, swing fast at lunch, and like a small dinner. Like dramatically cut back on the amount of food that you eat. Or would you like to, still have something to munch on, but munch on something like healthy?
I'd still like something to munch on.
Right. Because I feel like if I make you just stop eating a cold turkey, it's not gonna last because you need something like quicker. What else did you find could give you like an instant gratification?
Something positive? I was going to say cigarettes, but something positive.
That's a big no.
I know. Something. See, I'm trying to find something else. It's hard. What else is there that's quick? Scratch tickets.
You have to promise to give me a share.
Okay. It's on camera, so now if I wait, I'm screwed.
Something healthy, like you watch TV?
A little bit.
You read?
Yeah.
You go to the gym? How often, like, what time does the gym open?
It's open till like 9:45. So I go around 8:45. I swim and...
What time do you usually go to bed?
11 o'clock.
So like the gym is available. Is it close to where you are?
Yeah.
So when you're bored, you can just run to the gym?
Depending on how late I'm working that day or what.
Yeah. But you're not working right now?
Just part-time side jobs.
Sometimes having a routine would help you too.
I know it takes 21 days to make or break a habit. I just need to get to the 19th day, and then I can do the last 3 too.
The saying is it takes 21 days to form a good habit. It takes 5 minutes to form a bad one.
Is that it? I've been getting it wrong this whole time.
So if you're going to munch on something, what would you like to munch on?
Just in the middle of the day, a snack? Or just any time?
Yeah, what kind of snack? Be more specific.
M&M's or something positive?
Yeah.
Oh,
something that you can munch on.
See, my mind goes back there. Something to munch on. When I'm doing well, I usually have those 100-calorie snacks. I forgot who makes them. They're like Oreos, little teeny thin crackers. That or nuts. I have some nuts that help sleep. So at least I'm tied over until.
Yeah. What about gum?
Gum? Yeah. Makes me hungry.
Okay.
I have been eating more peanut butter lately than ever. So I've been putting peanut butter and everything, and that ties me over and is healthy.
Is that healthy?
My nutritionist told me to do it, and it works.
So you're quite clear on what you need to do. I think it is okay to munch on a little bit here and there. I think there is times where you go and binge, and then you take that as a benchmark, and you live your daily life like you are binging. So what your therapist is doing is important because it gives you more meaning to life, right? But could you could you conceive that you can sever the meaning behind your need and the actual habit itself? Like, I don't know what happened to your childhood, and I don't think this is the appropriate time to explore that, but you know, it is, you can live a very healthy habit and lose weight at the same time, exploring, you know, how your childhood affected you, or how you feel in your childhood, and how you might want to heal, you know, the wounds behind you. And you can do that process separate from your eating habits, right? Could we agree on that? Like, you can still see a therapist, and you can talk to her like you have always been talking, but like you can distinguish that completely from your eating habits. Like, I don't really believe that your past has a lot to do with how you eat right now, because what I'm doing right now is called like a dynamic assessment. I'm looking for more than just what you're telling me. I'm looking for how you talk. I'm looking for the direction where you switch your vocabulary and your demeanor. And it seems to me like when you talk about your childhood and when you talk about, you know, your past, it's a different person talking to me. It's like these are thoughts that are not coming from you, right? So I can see that we can clearly distinct the way you eat right now from, you know, whatever happened to you before. And those things shouldn't be matter to you right now unless you want them to, and you don't want to, right? All right. Sounds good. So what we're about to do is hypnosis. Have you ever been hypnotized before?
No, I haven't.
Okay. I cannot make you do anything against your will. You will not divulge any secrets unless you want to.
I'm open.
You will not be unconscious. You will still be aware of what's happening around you. It will feel as if you're about to fall asleep. There may be, you know, it's like you may catch yourself dreaming. That kind of a mind.
I'll be well rested when we're done.
You'll be well rested.
Oh, good.
You feel great. The last 4 people that comes in tells me that they've never felt anything so good like that, the hypnosis. Do not try to go into hypnosis. It's like falling asleep, right? When you try to fall asleep, you're not going to. Just follow my lead, follow my voice, and I'll tell you what to do. I will not hurt you in any way, and everything I do is going to be positive and beneficial to you, and I will need your 100% cooperation for that to happen. Is that clear?